So today, Apple has finally refreshed the iMac. And here it is. It is. Design-wise, it's the same, but inside of it is a major improvement. Let's talk about it. Now, before I even get started, I just want to excuse the noise because we're going through a tropical storm Isaias right now, so the winds are going crazy. I might even lose power during this video, so just, please excuse that. So if you plan on buying an iMac, your best bet, you gotta go with the 27-inch. You gotta go with the 27-inch. That's the best bang for your buck because that's pretty much all of the improvements right there on the 27-inch iMac version. But across the board, feature number one, all iMacs will have SSD. Thank you, Apple, for this. It was just a disgrace how Apple was still selling an iMac with a 54 RPM hard drive. In 2020, that RPM mechanical slow hard drive is unacceptable in 2020. So we finally have SSD on the iMac across the board. So that's definitely a good look. But if you go with the 21.5-inch iMac, you're getting only 256 gigabytes of SSD storage. That's really not enough. Maybe they could have put 512 at least. But hey, you have an option to go back to the Fusion drive, which is 1 terabyte, for free. The Fusion drive is basically a hybrid between a mechanical hard drive and an SSD. So it only has the SSD when it's booting up into the system, and then it's a mechanical hard drive when you're using the computer. So I don't really like Fusion. I think it was a huge flop on Apple's end. But if I had to choose between the two, I would honestly go with the 256 SSD because at any point, if I need storage, I could plug in an external drive. And not just no ordinary external hard drive, SSD. And okay, the 27-inch iMac. Now, right away, the design is exactly the same, so that was a big letdown for most people. If you guys missed it, according to some rumors and leaks, they were saying that Apple may have an all-screen design like the iPad. But we did not get that on this iMac, so that's unfortunate. But let's talk about the specs. Alright, so first things first, the display. You're still getting a 5K display, and if you go with the 21.5-inch, you're still getting a 4K display. But you have an option on the 27-inch to upgrade it to a nano texture glass. So that's the same glass featured on the XDR Pro display, or the Pro XDR display. So without spending that $6,000 price tag, you can get it on the iMac. The nano glass is going to reduce the glare and the haze on the screen. So if you're doing a lot of professional work, you're going to need this glass, and especially if you have your desk set direct into the sunlight. Of course, you're getting faster performance. So this time around, you're getting the 10th generation Intel Core chips. On the 27-inch, you're getting the i9, and on the 21.5-inch, you're getting the i7. So keep that in mind. It's just way faster on the 27-inch. You can spec this thing out all the way up to 128 gigabytes of RAM, which is insane. For the base iMac, you can get 128 gigabytes of RAM. Wow. I thought they would have kept it at 64, but 128, that's the max you can go. Now, I'm not sure 100% that if you can upgrade the RAM or not, because as you guys know, in the previous generation, you can upgrade the RAM. But I'm not sure if Apple is going to glue that onto the motherboard other suddenly. But hey, I gotta wait and see what the iFixit guide is looking like. And you get an upgraded graphics. I just had to look it up for a second. I wasn't sure if they upgraded the graphics or not. So that's definitely a good look too. So if you're a professional creator, you're going to appreciate these changes. And this is the big upgrade of them all. And especially everybody who's working from home, you're going to love this. You're getting a higher resolution FaceTime camera or iSight camera, or whatever Apple's calling it. You're getting a 1080p webcam on this iMac, only on the 27-inch model. So if you get the 21.5-inch, you're still getting the 720p. At this point, Apple should have been, adding 4K, webcams at this point. But I don't know. I guess baby steps. But it's 2020, Apple. Come on, And on top of the 1080p webcam, you're getting improvements to the speakers and the microphone. So you're getting the same studio-like microphone quality, similar to like the iPad Pro 2020, where we got studio microphone and they sound fantastic. Now this is the 2020 iPad Pro microphone test, studio quality. All these features are absent on the 21.5-inch model, so keep that in mind. And in a nutshell, that's basically it. You can configure it to your liking. You're just getting these changes, and they are welcome changes, especially getting the SSD and the processor and the 1080p webcam. But if you have an iMac already and it's working just fine, you should be okay with it. You get what I'm saying? Hold out until the Apple Silicon, because remember, 2 years. You get what I'm saying? 2 years, we're going to see all the iMacs with that Apple chip. So just keep that in mind. So yeah, that's the iMac. Let me know down in the comments down below if you're going to be picking one up. And if you have an iMac Pro, this is kind of weird because you're missing out on the nano glass. You're missing out on certain features, but you still have a beast kick-ass computer. And yeah, I might be reviewing the iMac Pro soon, so stay tuned for that. Alright guys, have a simple day. Stay simple. Stay safe. Peace out.